Despite all the scientific advances of recent decades, researchers around the world continue to face insoluble enigmas. In this video we present 10 mysterious objects that have kept scientists busy until today and have created numerous legends. Do you like mysterious things and incredible discoveries? So, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's start. Number 1. The mysterious rock sculptures of the App Store. At the age of 30, he suffered a serious stroke that left him deaf and dumb and paralyzed in half of his body. To recover from this severe blow, he retired to the cliffs of Rosenberg to lead a hermit's life. Ignoring the physical limitations caused by the stroke, he began carving hundreds of fascinating and grotesque faces and figures in the rock starting in 1870. To create them, approximately 300 rock sculptures, the artist was inspired by various legends and myths of local pirates and fishermen. The scenes mainly represent the life of the Ruthena family, a fishing family who lived between the 15th and 18th centuries. In particular, a high number of sculptures and their great attention to detail continue to occupy researchers to this day. The still unresolved question is how Epifano, with his physical limitations, was able to carry out such heavy work for decades. Number 2. Cambayano, a town ahead of its time. Without a doubt, Chavín de Huántar is one of the most famous attractions in Peru. This ancient site, located 20 kilometers south of Cajamarca, was built between 1500 and 1000 BC, according to historians. The secret star of the site is an aqueduct that impressively illustrates that the site was built by a people far ahead of their time. In comparison, the first Roman aqueducts did not see the light of day until 312 BC. In Chavín, the path from the aqueduct was equipped with steps carved in stone. Also innovative is the ancient site, which includes extensive canals that were used to transport water from the plateaus to the valleys below, a vital technology for survival, especially in times of water scarcity. Siumbamayo was surrounded by enormous stone pillars that have been shaped by wind and rain over the centuries. Number 3. The Underground Church of Saint Jean. Our next exciting story takes us to France, more specifically to the idyllic town of Audun. Here is the monolithic underground stone-carved Church of Saint John, which delights historians and tourists. According to what scholars have discovered, the church was originally designed to house valuable religious objects that were kept in a reliquary and protected from thieves. In the following centuries, the Saint Jean Church was also used as a cemetery. Some historical sources suggest that the workers who carved the church directly into the limestone rock were inspired by the returning crusaders who brought back stories of underground temples and treasure chambers. Although the baptismal font in the center of the church was probably designed between the 4th and 9th centuries, it is possible that the church did not receive its final form until the 12th century. Number 4. The Maiden's Tower in Azerbaijan. The people of the Middle Ages had built exciting structures in the capital Baku. The so-called Maiden's Tower is located in the old town of the metropolis, dates back to the 12th century and, together with the 15th century palace, the Maiden's Tower forms a complex of historical monuments that was included in the list of historical monuments of UNESCO World Heritage in 2001. Inside the tower, there is, among other things, a museum that tells the exciting history of the Azeri capital, Baku. The Maiden Tower is one of the most characteristic national buildings of Azerbaijan and is surrounded by a multitude of legends and myths deeply rooted in the country's history. Based on these legends, the Azeri artist created a Baku Maiden's Tower ballet in 1940, which has remained popular in the modern era and is one of Azerbaijan's best-known cultural exports. Number 5. Yenchan Mountain, a quarry full of secrets. When it comes to cultural and historical places, ancient China cannot be missing from this video. At the back of Yang Mountain, 20 kilometers east of Nanjing, lies the legendary Yang Quarry. Its origin dates back to the ruler Shun, who founded the Ming dynasty in 1368 and proclaimed Nanjing as the capital of his empire. In the decades that followed, the Yangchang quarry became the empire's main source of income and provided the material for gigantic construction projects that changed the face of Nanjing forever. In particular, the gigantic mausoleum commissioned in 1405 and never completed continues to fascinate Chinese researchers to this day. However, the quarry is also surrounded by dark legends. For example, locals say to this day that workers who did not produce the daily quota of gravel of at least 33 shin were executed on the spot, a myth that led to a nearby village being named too, which means tumulus. Number 6. The historic ruins of Pumapungo, Bolivia. She is also known for her exciting stories. Near Tiwanaku in the west of the country, for example, is Pumapungo, a man-made T-shaped platform mound that historians say was built around 536 AD. According to Inca beliefs, Tiwanaku is a mystical place where the modern world is said to have originated. For this reason, Bolivian researchers are meticulously studying the ruins of Pumapungo. But Pumapungo also plays an important role in popular belief. Here stands out a wall of 6 mysterious monoliths whose origin and purpose are still unclear. And then there are the mysterious stone blocks that were cut into the rock in an H shape and that, according to popular belief, are related to the Inca gods. Is there any truth to these stories? Who knows? Number 7. Tiwanaku, the Gate of the Sun. Let's stay a while in Bolivia and travel near the famous Titicaca River. Here an ancient settlement of about 4 square kilometers was discovered that, according to historians, reached its maximum splendor around the year 800 AD, between 10,000 and 20,000 inhabitants. Numerous objects of historical relevance were discovered, such as monumental structures, decorated ceramics, and megalithic blocks. While the objects were quickly assigned to a people who lived more than 1,200 years ago, the monolith called Puerta del Sol continues to cause speculation to this day. What it is in detail would probably remain unexplained forever, since historians, despite all the research, have not discovered any concrete clues about the meaning and purpose of the monolith. In Bolivian popular belief, the Puerta del Sol is considered a mystical place that connects the world of humans with that of the gods. Number 8. The Tomb of Absalom, an ancient monument from the 1st century. It is one of the oldest surviving monuments. It is the Tomb of Absalom, located in the Kidron Valley, near Jerusalem, and dates back to the 1st century. Over the centuries, the tomb has received different names, such as Tomb of Hezekiah, Tower of Jehoshaphat, or House of Pharaoh. According to researchers, the tomb belongs to a noble Jewish family from the time of the 2 temples, whose name has not been determined. The mystical monument includes an underground tomb carved into the rock that can be accessed by stairs. According to legends, the tomb was used to express rejection of Absalom's disobedience. According to Jewish history, Absalom rebelled against his father's rule and was killed in an uprising. However, these accounts are not historically verified. Number 9. The Lycurgus Vase. Stunning art from ancient Rome. The ancient Romans are credited with several achievements and inventions with which the vast empire advanced civilization. But the Romans also had a predilection for art in their private lives, which is especially evident in the Lycurgus vase. This is a drinking vessel made of dichroic glass. Depending on which side the light hits through the glass walls of the glass, it shines in a different color. If illuminated from the front, it glows red. If, on the other hand, the light hits from behind, it lights up green. Scientists discovered that this effect is achieved by enriching the glass with tiny gold and silver nanoparticles. But the exact composition could not be determined, despite all intensive investigations of the material. All the more reason to appreciate and preserve these mysterious glasses. Number 10. A Vision of India. The Statues and Monuments of Warangal. For thousands of years, distant India has captivated people with its exciting history and varied culture, which has given rise to numerous impressive monuments. Among them is the mysterious Gopakal Hill.
which is one of the largest and most important rock-cut Jain monuments in the country.
Popularly known as X-Bazar Ki Babadi, the place is associated with several Hindu deities. According to legends, the gods would have intervened in the creation of the statues up to 18 meters high that surround Gopakal Hill, some of which date back to the 6th century,
a time when people's technical possibilities were limited. So how could such impressive mounds and statues be carved into the rock? With divine help, so far, at least, there is no scientific explanation.
A total of 10 mysterious objects took us around the world in this video.
Which story did you like the most, and do you know of any object or technology that remains unexplained today? Leave us your opinions in the comments box. Until next time.